So it's raining cats and dogs outside, so we had to move inside for another exciting interview about charging infrastructure. And well, charging in the future is going to be simple and automated, at least when you talk to Driivz, a leading provider of end-to-end EV charging and energy management software. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to talk to the CEO of Driivz, Doron Frenkel. Hi, and thank you so much for talking to us. So I'll start right away. You guys offer charging infrastructure operated systems certified for ISO 15118, which is the plug-in charge standard. So is that the future or just a step in the right direction?
It's part of the future. Hello. It's part of the future because we are going to see more and more kind of simpler way for the drivers to charge. And ISO 15118 is a tool for the driver just to plug in and start to charge. No need to authenticate, to pass through additional processes. It's a lot easier, a lot simpler, and that's what the driver needs, simpler solutions.
So you said it's part of the future. So what would be the next step after plug and charge?
So EV charging is a really complex environment. From the user's perspective, it's just to make sure that they have roaming solutions, meaning that they can sign up to a network, they don't need to go with lots of applications, lots of different RFIDs and stuff. So it's simple, just to plug and charge and not to connect only to one provider, but then make sure that the different providers will be linked together so that the drivers will not need to bother with that. And that's another thing for them and part of the future because our vision is a bit wider than that, which means how we can make the lives of the drivers and our future generation in a way that we will save pollution, and not making pollution. So we tend to look at the EV charging and the EVs as battery storage on wheels and then balance back the grid in a way that actually will make our planet with a lot less pollution. So it's a part of a bigger picture, but usability and the availability of the EVs and ease of charge is a big part of it because we need a lot of drivers, a lot of EVs, and then we can use the energy in a better way.
So plug and charge, I guess, is one of the big trends, especially for this year. It's, I don't want to say buzzword, but you're not the only company offering plug and charge. But what makes your solution special or different from other providers?
So first of all, from the driver's perspective, it should be seamless with any solution. In order to make it happen, you need to make sure that the vehicle supports that the back office supports that the provider supports that. It's really complex. What we have done is we made it easier for our customers, which are the operators, to use plug and charge and provide it to their customers.
So in 2021, you announced a partnership for plug and charge with Mer, and you showed today and how it works and what it can do. And you're saying making it easier for the driver. But what's the next project, the next big project that you as Driivz are going to tackle?
So the next thing, the next future is part of the energy management around EV charging, is making sure that we have enough energy to make sure that the chargers have enough energy for the vehicles. And beyond that, it's about operational excellence, to make sure that we have additional means like self-healing, to make sure that the chargers are ready for the drivers with less malfunctions, which they encounter. So it's about operational excellence, making sure that the chargers are ready, ease of use like plug and charge, ease of use like roaming, the ability to connect to different networks, no need to sign up to many apps and many different providers. And beyond that, once you do that and you have a lot of vehicles on the road, is to manage the energy in a more effective way on the parking lot level, but also connecting that to the flexibility market and enable the vehicles to be part of a flexible kind of an energy that will balance the grid.
So vehicle to grid, vehicle to home, maybe not because you're doing public charging, but so vehicle to grid is definitely something that you'll be looking at in the future. Is that correct?
We are already doing that, but we are not only public charging. So our customers are service providers that are doing all. They're doing public, semi-public, home charging, workplace charging. So we need to support all the different protocols and different business models. So billing is becoming more complex, but also the flexibility market means that we need to do more forecasting. We need to make it easier to the driver. So how do you know if a driver now can share more energy, consume more energy? It's about statistics, and statistics leads to AI, to artificial intelligence. We are gathering data since 2014, but we believe that only now we have enough data so that the AI algorithms will start an effect and get an effect on how we forecast. And that's what we see now. So it's not about the ease of use, it's really complex beneath the surface. It's algorithms, it's protocols, it's a lot of stuff that we are working with our customers, with our partners, and then eventually it makes it a lot easier to the users. But until you get there, it's a lot of hard work behind the scenes.
So we've been looking into the future quite a bit, but to be maybe a bit more concrete, where do you see your company in, say, 5 years?
So first of all, looking at the future, in some places you see countries that are more advanced than others, and then from some aspects we are looking at the future already, and we know how to extrapolate that to other countries. But if we look at the future and what we believe in and our vision, is, as said, to look at the vehicles at battery storage on wheels in order to balance back the grid and make sure that we are not exceeding the amount of power that we get from the grid. It's integration of batteries. It's using second life batteries as a tool to, again, balance the grid and provide additional energy to the EVs. It's vehicle to grid, but all of that needs to make sure that we need to make sure that usability for the drivers is the number one, is the key. Then the other technologies, other capabilities are coming into place.
And that will take the next 5 years, or do you think you'll get there sooner than 5 years?
Depends on what. So for connection to the flexibility market, we are already doing it. Vehicle to grid, we are already doing it. It's still, the amount of it and the number of projects are still not as much as we would like to see that, and that will become more viable in the next coming years. So vehicle to grid will take a couple of years. Flexibility market, we may take longer, even though we're doing it now. As of 15.11.8, until it will be widespread, will still take a year or two. So there is a roadmap to each one of the features, and it's a journey. So we're part of a journey, and the journey is different in different countries. Some countries are moving faster than others, and our job is to look at the different places and actually provide a scalable solution, because the scale is growing quite tremendously, in a way that we'll understand the situation of a market and then provide the functionality and capabilities according to the development in a certain country.
So how many countries are you active in currently?
Over 30.
Okay, so it's maybe a difficult question to answer, but what do you see the 3 biggest charging trends being today, so this year? I don't know if you can get 30 countries under one roof in that case, but what do you see are the big trends that we're talking about today?
So we see more and more fleet charging. So it's about how you assist fleets to get into EV charging. We see that beyond public charging, you get into additional managed charging at home, at the office, everywhere. So we are looking at tools to create an ecosystem around EV charging to the drivers. So whenever they charge, it will be a lot easier. Whether they're going to the hotel, that it will be linked up to the hotel system. If they're going to for shopping, it will be linked to the shopping, to the location, to the points of interest. So it's about creating an environment for the drivers in a really easy way, but it needs to be more integrated. The different companies in the market needs to collaborate, to work together, make the right interfaces, and make it really seamless to the drivers.
Okay, you make it sound so easy. Well, let's hope you make it look easy then there in the future as well. And again, thank you so much for talking to us and taking the time. And I'm sorry Berlin is not presenting its best side, but yeah, I guess I hope you enjoy the city as well, and stay dry.
Thank you so much. It's really a pleasure. Thank you so much.